Welcome to the 100th episode of the Meeple Society, a podcast about board games hosted by 4 longtime role players turned avid board gamers. My name is Katie.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Mark.
I'm Greg.
On this episode, we celebrate the milestone of 100 episodes and of exactly 5 years of content. And we do so with the 2 people who helped start it all. Mark has an all-new 5 things for us, and we revisit one of his old ones. We decide if we agree with the general population on the top 10 games rated on Board Game Geek. And we wrap it up with a first look at I Made You a Mixtape. But first, a short warning. This one might be just a little long, and as you might expect, just slightly off the rails.
A little?
I'm going to blame us.
I am too. But did you guys realize this is exactly 5 years?
I didn't.
We started this the second week of November in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is 5 years.
Nice. I think
So-
we discussed that the other day.
I think we did. Yeah. That it was going to line up just perfectly. So, but yeah, I just thought that was funny when I realized it.
So how's life? Still chaotic?
It's still chaotic, still
No.
busy, still filled with school stuff and work and way too much work. I am no longer on third shift, which is great for my sleep schedule. You would think that would mean that, hey, now I'm on a normal schedule. We're going to be able to play some more board games. No.
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 It does not like
You have an almost teenager now.
Yes.
And your life's not going to be normal for probably about another 4 or 5 years.
And
Then
when she-
it might start to slow down a little bit.
More if we lock her in her room.
Well, maybe you can convert her and get her to play more board games with you. She's at that age. It's right there.
Has very little interest. We have to make her.
We have to crowbar her.
Well, your other daughter doesn't either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a few. If we pull out specific games, she will come running.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
Nope. I think
No.
they're both video game kids.
yeah, we raised one of them too. So you know,
You still get a crowd fund, though. I have
Oh, yes.
seen that.
Yes.
And you did
Yeah.
comment on it
Yes,
that we read on the episode 98.
we've cut way down. I will say that much.
Yeah.
But we still every so often, and unfortunately this month especially has been really bad because series that we really, really like
Mhm.
or publishers that we really, really like have put out new stuff.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything. Well, it hasn't changed. We still haven't done anything in a couple months. But it's not so much. It's just because nothing's out there that's interested us
Mhm.
Yeah.
per se,
Yeah.
and we're out of space, quite frankly.
Yeah. We find
So-
it. We're always like, oh no, this company's putting out a new game. We look at it and we decide that we don't want it. We're relieved. We're like, okay, no, good. We don't want that one. Thank goodness. So
I get that feeling.
You want to look at the state of the board game industry? Have you guys followed up on what's happening in the world of board gaming
A
industry?
little bit here and there, yeah. I still keep up on BGG and stuff.
Well, there's been a lot of publishers in trouble or
Yep.
have closed their doors. I have a master list here of the games that
Of course you do.
have gone away.
The games or the
The
publishers?
publishers.
Okay.
Yep.
The first one's Holy Grail Games.
We had something that we were going to get from them and they closed down
Yeah, they did.
right after their crowdfunding thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, Rally Man. I think when they did.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
It was Tiles of the Arabian Nights. It was
Oh.
actually a cool little storytelling game that they put out. So we weren't out a massive amount, but it was
Still.
still.
Yeah, a lot of these they still have crowdfunding projects because,
Mhm.
like Rally Man, they did Rally Man Dirt. It funded or it delivered in Europe, but never made it to the United States.
Yep, it was holed up in warehouses.
Yeah, but now you see it in game stores every once in a while. You'll see copies of it, and it's like going, "Gonna deliver it to
Mhm.
your people, but you got it to the stores."
Yeah.
Next one on that list was Game Brewers. What did they say about Game Brewers here? They're going to try and get everything delivered that's out for Kickstarter, if there's anything. This one was the one of them that did Chimera Station. It was one of the two
Mm.
publishers that did Chimera Station,
Okay.
but they did Paris and Gugong and Stroganoff.
We have
Oh,
several
wow,
other
they did
games.
Paris. Was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably one of them they did. I imagine Paris has multiple publishers in
Mhm.
it. So Final Frontier Games, they just basically shut down. those were the games of Coloma, which is still out in a lot.
Mhm.
I almost backed that one because I'd heard it was good. I was like, oh, they're doing a Kickstarter. I want to
Yeah,
do that and all in
Merchant's
one.
Cove is another one.
Yep.
but-
Fistful of Meeples. Robin Hood and the Merry Men we actually have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like
We've
that one.
had that one for years.
Yeah.
Coloma, though, is the big one that they just can't seem to get out.
Get
Funko
delivered.
Games is all gone.
Some of
Mhm.
theirs were okay, but most of theirs I found were more gimmicky
They
than
had the
anything
Texas
else.
Chainsaw Massacre game.
Yeah, right up my alley.
Yeah. And then Warriors come out and play. I actually want to get this for my brother, Doug.
Uh-huh.
He loves this movie.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, going, that would be perfect for him. He probably would never play it,
Oh no.
but it would sit up on his shelf of just memorabilia.
I
Yep.
have games that are IPs, Dark Crystal, Labyrinth. I'll
Mhm.
never play them. Princess Bride.
Mhm.
Even I
But
have
you'll keep
tried.
a hold of 'em
but
just
the
for
gameplay is
that.
meh, but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I like the IP.
I've got a few like that too.
Mhm.
Most of mine date back to the 70s.
What else they have in? Back to the Future in Time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that because I wasn't sure if Funko did that or
Prospero Hall.
Yeah, Prospero,
Prospero
if-
Hall is
if-
Funko.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
say if
it's-
Prospero Hall did it for them, or if they did it for like Ravensburger or somebody like that.
No, I guess they did it for them.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we still have that one.
that
but
one, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Boss is actually pretty good. It's a lot like Acquire. Justin has it, so
Yeah.
we can play it then. But a lot of these games are going to go away because I don't think they got picked up by anybody.
Well, and most of them are just small games. None of them are your big evergreens
Yeah.
that were keeping them in money.
Let's move on to that one. So we got Mythic Games.
Yeah.
This
That
one
was,
has just been a show.
That's been a hailstorm of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been a lot of issues with that, and we had backed Hell the Last Saga
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
from these guys before, and this is actually a while before. It was one of our earliest backs. It was one that we didn't really know much about Mythic Games at that point in time, and then we just watched it unravel, and now I think Simon owns the rights to it, but then there's question as to
Now
whether
they're in trouble,
they're
too,
in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
And the sad thing is I was really excited about this game. We went all in, or at least very in,
Mhm.
and the miniatures on it. It's kind of a horror game. The miniatures in it were just so twisted. They were so
Mhm.
amazing. I couldn't wait to get a hold of them and try to paint them.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah, the artwork on it looks
No,
really-
the artwork looked amazing on it, and the game itself was you're a group of people that followed a first group of colonists that went out
Mhm.
to an unknown land, and you found out throughout the game what was happening to them, or what had happened to them, and what they ran into. And so there was a lot to really like about the look, and we just got drawn right into it. And that
Like s-
did not ever.
You said those miniatures were amazing.
Yes.
mm-hmm. There's one of the
Wow.
monster things you go up against. I think she's called Mother. I don't remember, but it was just so out there.
Well, that's Mythic. Tasty Minstrels, which is the other company that did.
They did a lot of others.
Tasty
Village and
Minstrel
Amun
makes
Ray
me
and
sad because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
did a lot of really good. In fact, I want to say that Tasty Minstrel, we might have gotten Oracle at Delphi was
Mhm.
a Tasty Minstrel game.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Oracle Delphi has a TMG.
It's a-
Isn't the one card game we really like a TMG also?
A card game.
Yeah, it's a deck builder. We got Jeff hooked on it. I want to say that's TMG also.
I'm not sure. I'm not following which one you're talking about. Let's look in their repertoire here and see if we can find it.
This could
take
require
forever,
a lot
though.
of scrolling.
Yeah.
Yes, it could.
I'm looking at my library here. Where
It
is
is-
it? It's
Eminent domain. Yes. I just pulled it up. Eminent domain.
I knew it began with an E. And I
Yes.
couldn't get to it.
Yes, they were tasty. That's why it's so hard to find and
Yeah.
why he had to
Mhm.
pay so much money for it.
Yeah, that was Ego.
So those are the ones that they're gone now.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the ones that are in trouble now are these three.
Well, and Elf Creek.
Elf Creek
Creek's on there.
sold their stuff off to All Play.
It's not entirely. What little I've read, because we've got a one Kickstarter out from Elf Creek, and I actually talked to one of the guys at Gen Con this past year. They had one of the little bitty booths over on the very far wall, because we had backed the Kickstarter or the expansion for
Merchants of the
Dark Road, plus a new copy of Santa's Workshop.
Santa's Workshop, second edition.
Yeah.
And they're thinking Santa's Workshop will be out by December. They've managed to get the backing, and they've managed to get enough support. The original owner's gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He vacated. Something happened. Everybody, literally all the designers left one by one. And then the original owner just stopped communicating last August on the Kickstarter. And then has now, I guess, disappeared, last I heard. I don't know if he's still involved in this or not.
So that second never got sent out?
Nope. It is sitting in warehouses.
I posted my, I have a big beard collection of games,
Mm-hmm.
and I posted a picture of them. Am I missing any? But the guys with Elf Creek Games was like, oh, well, we have the second edition of that. And I'm good.
Now,
oh my goodness.
now we backed
it never went out.
Atlantis Rising, the second edition of that.
Yeah.
And it took a while to get to us, but admittedly, when it came,
Yeah.
it was well put together.
Oh yeah,
It
we got that at the retreat a few years ago. That was one of the
it's
I got at the retreat.
and that's a ridiculously fun game.
Yeah, it
And
is.
I gather some of the Elf Creek stuff, at least, is now being handled by All Play,
And that's
which is
possible.
good.
Yeah. But I know that this one company, this group of people, and I don't remember. I talked to the guy quite extensively at Gen Con this past year, but I know they're hoping to get, if not all of it, a good majority of the Santa's Workshop out by Christmas this year.
Okay.
And they ended up splitting it in half. They're not going to try and tackle all of it at once. So they're doing that first, and then after the first of the year, they're going to tackle the expansion to
Merchants of
the Dark Road. So we may yet see it. I had written it off that, okay, we've lost that money. It was our first failed Kickstarter. Considering how many we've done, that's not horrible.
No.
But I'm happy to see that there is at least somebody left with the company that is got some morals.
Yeah.
And is going to try to fulfill this.
Yes, absolutely.
So I was happy to see that.
So I
But
like
yeah.
when you click on Simon's thing, the
Yeah.
games that come up: Brass Birmingham, Root, Everdale, Arc Nova, Frosthaven, and Hegemony. What?
I don't think of any of those unless
Are
they're
those even
distributing.
Simon, really?
Unless they're distributing.
They may
those.
be distributing them
Because
yeah.
like Lucky Duck does a lot of distribution of stuff, like to Europe, for instance.
Okay. Because, you think of Simon, you think of Zombicide.
Zombicide, the United series.
Right.
Well, see, that's pretty much all
yeah.
they got left is DC United and Marvel United.
Which, there's some question about whether that's going to come or not.
But Onk's gone because they sold that to Tycoon Games.
Yep.
And so's Blood Rage and the other one I can never remember.
Rising Sun.
Rising Sun, yeah. Those are all gone. And now they got rid of...
they got rid of Zombicide.
Yeah, they got rid of
Guillotine Games
Zombicide.
took it back.
Yep. And then Cthulhu Death May Die, like you said. So they're down
that was
to,
a fairly recent one.
Yeah, they're down to almost nothing now.
Yeah.
So wait, DC United, is that the thing that we went all in on?
Yes, that is the thing that we went all in on.
Excuse me, I need more information.
I don't know that I can completely give you information because, unfortunately, when you look at some of the stuff on BGG, it is very slanted.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't have information and people want to fill the gaps.
Yeah.
So
they're filling the gaps with what they think might be right, but that doesn't mean it is right.
And a lot of times people that respond to this stuff have had Kickstarters that haven't fulfilled, so they have a little bit of an axe to grind, shall we say?
So here's another one I was surprised that's in trouble.
Yeah,
what's that?
This is Underdog Games.
Oh wow!
Really?
The trekking, yes.
I mean,
okay.
There's
Everybody.
only so many times you can rehash a trekking game with puzzles and this and that.
Oh my gosh!
But
yes,
her story is a pretty cool game though. But what they're saying is everybody's gone except for the owner.
Wow, really?
It's only him left. Yes.
Jeez.
I was gonna say, well, the company started with just him and his parents.
Yeah, but then he left, started it up again with staff.
Yeah.
But now all the staff's gone. It's just him again.
Huh.
So yeah, because it was this downsizing raises concerns about the company's future viability.
I mean, we would get emails. We get emails, and it's like we're having a sale, and I'll go, oh, and it's always Trekking or Her Story.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, do we make other games?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
And-
and now look where we are.
Well, they do
and
coconuts.
Never heard of it.
and then on top of that, they would be like, you guys liked trekking through history. Why not get the Trekking Through History mug or puzzle?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Because I want the game.
yeah,
I love trekking through history.
it's
I do
That's
like
a
the
great
trekking
game.
games.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
Trekking the World is good.
yeah.
I have not played Trekking National Parks, but I don't have any reason to believe it's not good.
Yeah, I don't know. We've never done second edition, and I would be
There's
curious
actually
to
a
try
third
second
edition
edition.
now.
There's now
Holy
a third
crap.
edition. Okay. We have the first edition. We literally bought the first edition the first year they were at Gen Con, and we've got some great memories from it, from playing it literally all over the country in national parks.
I've never seen that one. Trekking the National Parks postcard from the parks. Is that actually just postcards, or is it actually a game?
I don't
it has
know.
It has no weight. Let's click on it and see what it does here.
Okay. But anyway,
It's an expansion. Adds 18 cards for the game.
Oh,
that's
Called
cool.
postcards.
interesting. I've never seen that one. But yeah, I love trekking the national parks, but I think it was more the theme than anything
Yeah.
else.
No, I can get that.
So I do love, and I'll probably never get rid of the 3 games we have. And we have Her Story too, but that's sad that he couldn't diversify enough,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess, to keep it viable.
And I don't know what was going on the inside if you're
Yeah.
saying everybody left.
Mhm.
So that could be a whole
Yeah.
other issue.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
The last one's Greater Than Games.
They were the ones
Okay,
that did
yeah.
the Tiny Epics,
And
right?
No.
No.
They did Sentinels
Oh.
of the Multiverse.
That was Gamelin
Gamelin.
Games,
That
which
was
is another one
Gamelin
that's not on
Games.
this list. That's
Gamelin
sold out.
got absorbed into Tycoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're part of Tycoon. And
Yeah.
I seen a
Greater than.
post the other day a new Tiny Epic game, Tiny Epic Invincible. You know the
Yes.
Invincible
Yes, I
series.
saw
And I
that.
seen- I was like,
Okay.
is Tycoon Games? They've been buying a lot of evergreen games from other companies. Are they trying to cash in on the Tiny Epic name and hoping? Oh, look at this! We'll just put an Invincible
Yeah.
title
Mhm.
on this
I don't
and
know.
sell millions of copies.
Do you guys still do Tiny Epics?
We haven't backed one in a while because they
Okay.
haven't out with a theme that we waited about.
Okay.
Yeah, they had.
What was
Yeah.
the last
I think-
one? we
Okay,
got?
so the last one we got was Crime.
I think
Oh,
the last one
yeah.
we did was Pirates.
So we did Vikings, which was good.
Mhm.
I actually liked that quite a bit.
Okay.
We did Tiny Epic Crime. Is it Crimes?
Something like that. It's like a noir detective.
Yeah, it's
theme.
noir
fun.
detective
Okay.
type thing. It was it wasn't great, but then after that they did Game of Thrones, no interest.
No.
Zombies.
Cthulhu, no interest.
Yeah.
Did they do zombies?
They did
Zombies.
zombies.
They did
Yeah, that was
zombies.
earlier.
Oh, that was
We
earlier.
have that one.
And then now apparently no, I take that back because they did the Dungeon Adventures and we backed that.
We did.
Oh,
That
Okay.
it's
We have
it-
Tiny Epic Dungeons.
we have
No, no,
Dungeon,
no.
not
Oh,
Dungeon
that's
Adventures.
an expansion.
Okay.
It's an
Yeah.
expansion, a bigger, and it's also going to be in a bigger box.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, they did a Tiny Epic Cthulhu.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was just saying Cauldron
And-
Heroes.
And there's Defender, one of the first
Tiny Epic
ones.
Detective.
Detective. That's
That's
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I do remember that one. No, we stopped
Tiny
after
Epic
Pirates. I
Dungeons
think is
Adventures.
just
Yeah, that's the one there, and we've backed that, and it is actually going to be in a larger box. Larger is in wider, not any taller, but wider.
okay.
Wow.
Which, if you remember, trying to put back stuff into Tiny Epic.
I've actually had to
Dungeons.
buy. Oh yeah, they were all horrible. I've
Yes.
actually had to buy inserts for some of mine just to make them fit because
Yes.
you can take them out of the
Especially-
bags.
Especially if you go and you like get like the deluxe components,
Mhm.
then it's even harder to put
Oh,
everything
yeah.
back in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I had no interest.
No.
Yeah.
Zero interest.
There's a lot of them that's come up. I'm not going, I'm done,
No.
I think.
Now, Gamelin did have one IP that I picked up, which was The Last Kingdom, which was actually, I didn't much care for the screenshots from the TV show on the cards, but beyond that, the game was really, I thought the game was really good, and it was an area control game, which usually those don't work
Yeah.
for us, but
Right.
it actually worked really well for us.
And is based off of a series, which
Yeah,
is based off
Bernard.
of one of your Bernard Bernard Cornwell
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, the Bernard Cornwell books. The Netflix did, I think, 3 seasons plus a movie of it, and it's a great series. It's obviously not real family friendly, but it's taking part. I mean, it's the Vikings basically coming and taking over England during the 900s. And it's very enthralling, both the books and the movie, and the game is actually pretty good too. It was surprising me. Like I said, I don't much care for the cards having the screen caps from the series, from the movie series. I would have preferred like real art, but by and large, it's still a very good game.
Well, sometimes they try to do the art on them and they screw it up.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, one particular Firefly game.
Awful.
Legendary.
The legendary Firefly.
The artwork was horrid.
I don't know
Just
if
give
you
me
ever seen
screenshots.
that one.
Give me
but-
screenshots.
Oh wow! Here, let me let you take you down that one.
Oh,
Oh no.
it was bad.
No, bad art can destroy a game for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost like they did it on purpose. Maybe
no.
they didn't have the licensing for the images. I don't know, but it was just
Wow,
horrible.
what?
I mean,
Look, okay, I'm looking at these people and I do not recognize. Okay, I recognize the one on the far left, and that's it.
yeah.
The doc.
Yeah,
No, I can recognize them.
I know who
that
they
is
are,
not Mal.
but it doesn't.
I don't care.
look
I don't care what
like-
you say. That is not Mal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nara's face looks all chubby. It
Mhm.
looks all
Yeah.
like chipmunky. It's like it just
Oh, this
they're
one. Yeah.
awful. So
And
yeah.
Kaylee has some type of skin disorder.
Well, it's called grease because she's an engineer, but
Yeah, it was just.
it's yeah.
I think that was part of our problem when we was playing it. It was
Uh-huh.
just
I couldn't get past the artwork.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
And they tried to get it to where each adventure in it or whatever was one of the episodes,
which
And
was
it just-
fine.
It didn't
but
really
yeah.
follow because we'd seen the episode so many times, and it just
Anyway,
Okay, guys, or listeners, I should say, buckle up.
Yep.
Here we go with another 5 things.
Oh no.
okay, we're gonna sit back for a minute.
All right.
Not
Ready?
you, us.
Brace ourselves.
Yep.
Hey there, Meeple peoples. I'm Mark, and together with Jessica, Katie, and Greg, I want to personally thank you for reading that seemingly untranslatable incantation in the dusty tome that brought me back from the dead to assail you with a new 5 things.
5 things.
So for those of you who have followed our earlier exploits in the Meeple Society, you probably know 2 distinct things about me. 1, despite being a loving and devoted husband and generally adoring father, I am a grumbly and angry and spiteful person. A lot. At one point, we even coined the name Angry Mark List to differentiate whether my 5 things was going to be a happy and joyous one or one that was filled with spite and bile. See, when we first started out, everyone had something that they brought to the table. Katie and Greg had their board game experience, their wide-ranging collection of games. Each of them had their love of particular mechanics or of categories, and they had open-mindedness to new ones. Jessica, on the other hand, was kind of new to the board gaming scene and played to that, so she was like the everyman, distilling the sometimes arcane esoterica of board games into ideas that people could understand with fresh eyes. Me, I was the loud, angry drunk at the bar that hates the song that's currently playing on the jukebox and doesn't mind telling you about it, just why it's so hideous, often in profane and graphic detail, before sulking back down to my 6th Jack and Coke. I was the one who brought the spite, and I have never minded that. That's 1. 2, I am almost without an exception The person who will accept, enjoy, and even look forward to a hugely thematic experience. Even if the gameplay is fiddly and not so fluid, I will usually enjoy and remember those far more than I will enjoy a classically tight and focused Euro game. That's not to say I don't like Euro games. Some of my favorite games, in fact, Castles of Burgundy, A Feast for Odin, Crown of Amara, Raiders of Scythia, and even Champions of Midgard and Kingsburg, for all their dice, are still pretty classically Euro style. There's nothing wrong with them. But I tend to remember and embrace particular scenes and experiences more than winning combos or that one time I played the perfect card at the right time and made the correct long-term strategy. I love my randomness to come from the click-clack math rocks more than a set of shuffled cards. I like it when a character can make good or bad or uninformed choices and then make a crap roll and utterly get eliminated. I love it when 2 weeks later, Jess and I can refer to a moment where we both clapped our foreheads vigorously because something we hadn't seen came out and bit us, sometimes literally. I find myself drawn to a game not only because I like the mechanics, because the theme draws me, or it just dollops out like the brown-yellow mixture of sauce and cheese that oozes out of the side of a properly made Arby's beef and cheddar. In short, too late, I have fully come to terms with my love of thematic board gaming experience, and so I bring to you 5 games that show how I have embraced being a dirty, dirty Ameritrash player.
Oh, geez.
Number 1, Thunder Road Vendetta.
Oh.
So, I have a sad confession. The Mad Max movies have never really caught on with me.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never seen one.
Sure, I'll watch them, or at least I'll have it playing on the TV while I'm slowly falling into a stupor and napping on the recliner. But that whole gonzo post-apocalyptic thing with gangs of dregs and heavy emphasis on the need for water and fuel, it just never really resonated with me. I don't know why, because it would seem that would be a natural love for me, but it never did. So I'll just chalk it up to being one of those odd things that I'll never truly be able to explain, like my aversion to cauliflower, or the fact that I actually expect alcoholic drinks not to make my eyes roll back into my head and cause me shudders to enjoy them. But that said, I unabashedly love the most thematic game to ever wander into Mad Max territory, namely Thunder Road Vendetta. I love it so much that I went out of my way after playing it a couple times to go get the Maximum Chrome edition with all its glorious little painted micro machine type minis and every expansion known to man. I even love the take that-isms. And look, I don't generally like take that in a game, but I love it, even though Jess and I are generally very non-confrontational players with each other outside of, say, Seven Wonders Duel or Champions of Midgard or Burden. I have absolutely no compunction towards smashing her little car and causing a chain reaction with 3 other cars that sends one spiraling into a cliff face, the whole time laughing and making loud pronouncements in my Bane voice that was highly inspired by the Harley Quinn animated show. You must talk like this. Ostensibly, Thunder Road Vendetta is a race game, which on its face is perfectly Euro-y. You roll dice to activate your 3 cars, and the very basic idea is that you want to be ahead at the end. But calling Thunder Road just a race game is like calling the rain puddle in our driveway a body of water. Yes, technically, that's the case, but you're really leaving out pretty much everything if you just distill it down to that. You get to wreck other cars by smashing into them, causing them to spin out on oil leaks on the road, shooting them, jumping on them, and landing on them, bringing in helicopters to blow them up, and finding special weapons to use on them. And then you push your luck and the nitrous to stay ahead of them. And everything is just so thematic and edge of your seat that I can't get over it. To me, the best ones are a game where a month later you are remembering cool moments from your game. And that leads me to another embarrassing confession. I have never yet won a game of Thunder Road Vendetta. No matter how often I've led, and no matter how late in the game I've led, there's always something that crops up, or I will push my luck and watch the die suddenly betray me. And yet, even though I will never turn down a game of it, I remember quirky or laugh out loud moments of every game, like the time when my 12-year-old daughter simply cackled with glee as she turned her missile launcher on her beloved father's last car and blew me right into a wreck that then threw me into one of the impassable columns of the death arena and left my car a mangled, burning heap with me yelling in my Bane voice, "That should not be possible!" That is a game that I will come back to time after time. So that's number 1, Thunder Road Vendetta.
We've played that once at the retreat.
Oh my gosh.
I
this
came in
is-
second. Colin took a helicopter after me. Took me out with his chopper. I was so mad.
I was like second out, but one of our friends played the motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We were bouncing them around like a ping pong ball.
We
It
got,
was hilarious.
we got the Carnival of Chaos expansion, which does not come in the maximum Chrome box, but now I have purple cars.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's the whole point.
Well, yes.
Mhm.
Number 2, Explore It, The Fall of the Ancients. And this is the book that I just showed you guys. You know what sort of games are generally not Euros? Dungeon crawls and high adventure games. And by now, if you're familiar with us at all, you know that one of our favorites, one of the ones that me and Jess almost always enjoy and hype up, is the Explore It series. This is despite the fact that almost everything about the game series would suggest we should not be its biggest fans. I mean, come on. We usually only have a limited time to play, and you know what Explore It takes? 3 to 4 hours, usually.
Mm-hmm. Unless you play it the way we did.
Yeah, unless
Then it
I mean,
takes
you
20
can
minutes.
starve within the first 5 minutes of game.
Yep.
So there is that. But I absolutely love dice-based combat and mini-maps with miniature movements and everything like that. And Explore It abstracts all that out, and its combat is almost completely math-based. So you know exactly what you're doing every round, and there's very few dice rolls. The series includes power-up cards, which is so video gamey a term that it hurts me to my soul to even say those two words in sequence anymore. We always like games that are heavy with art and eye candy, and until recently, the cards for Explore It didn't even have art on them. So now, fortunately, they've fixed that. But despite those things that certainly might be perceived as flaws, the Explore It series has never failed to capture us, and it remains one of the closest things to a bona fide RPG in a box that we've ever found. We get to make our own characters, we get to build them up, we get to have our own memorable moments. And then the Explore It team went and doubled down, creating the expansion campaign game books. The first was Click's Madness, which was good. I mean, it's almost as thick as the one that I brought. But the second has been my favorite by far, Fall of the Ancients. These games take their original, more one-shot games like Valley of the Dead King and Forest of Adramon and expand upon them, crafting immense campaign-length stories for you to take your characters through. And they have all the things that we loved about the Explore It games, and it adds to them, including a slick mechanic where you have a stack of power-up cards acting as your game timer. So you have to decide, are you going to power up your character? Because once those cards are gone, you run out of time for the adventure. So it gives a nice give and take sort of thing. In the game, you're trying to stop the return of the goddess mage Adramon, who is looking to take away the free will of the denizens of the Green Flame Forest and replace it with her own. And this is no ordinary book either. This is a capital T tome, thick and hardbacked with multiple bookmark ribbons, the whole thing filled with art and story and individual and group and character moments based on your selected races and roles. You get to experience tons of battles and narrative events and skill tests throughout as your heroes try to free the Green Flame from Adramon's evil mental control. So we built up our two of our favorite characters, these flippant, constantly sniping type characters, and brought them into the first introductory chapter of this massive tome and watched them make their usual flippant, brash remarks as they powered up and eased their way through several dangerous encounters. And then we watched as those snappy, intrepid heroes slowly were drained of their will and became added to the horde of enthralled, mindless minions of Adramon, shuffling their way like zombified husks through the Green Flame. I can't speak for Jessica, but I can't wait to get another crack at it. So the same people that made Explore It, the Explore It games, brought their A game to this book. It is filled with immersive narrative and heroic adventures. And I might be a little bit biased, but I think this just adds to all the great stuff I already love about the Explore It games. Oh, and just in case, these wonderful peoples are now crowdfunding a new game on GameFound called Netherwatch, where you select and play a team of occult investigators searching for and fighting demons from the various world mythologies that have gotten loose into the world. Take a wild stab at how long it took us to become backers of that. Spoiler alert, it was not long.
I just say, I thought I seen that come through.
Yes.
Interesting looking.
Yeah, that was one very thick book.
Yes, it is.
It is huge. And fortunately, it's
two and a
broken
half
down.
inches.
It's
Yeah.
broken down into chapters.
Wow.
So I want to say there's maybe 10 chapters, but each thing is still going to take a
Each
long
chapter
while.
must be like at least 50 or 60 pages then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that
Wow.
book's like what, like 2.5 inches?
Yeah.
Three?
Mhm.
No, not quite 3, but about 2.5
About
inches.
2.5 inches, yeah.
Right.
And about 50 pounds.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
we knew that Another Watch was coming out, and we were kind of like, well, let's not explore it. We'll see it when it debuts. I messaged like, Another Watch live, and I want it. It deals with demons and other type entities, paranormal entities from different. Don't want to exactly go out of my way because they mentioned they have a Leshy, demonic or anyway. It was exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yep, that'll be coming up sooner or later. Number 3, the Hunt a Killer series. Now, I know, obviously, these sorts of games are really on the whole what you think of when you think of Ameritrash type games. There's no heavy dice play or randomness or player elimination, but these are definitely thematic, and they have very loose rule sets. So let me be really honest here. Although I did select the Hunt a Killer series, this could be actually any one of a half dozen series of murder mystery / escape room / puzzle style games. We generally like the Exit and the Unlock series, but not Unlock more than Exit, and neither one of them as much as some of these. Obviously, we adore the Chronicles of Crime series, which, by the way, we just backed another one of those.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Yeah, no, that one, there was, to be completely fair, one of them has to do with cryptids, so there is no way we were going to bypass that.
Right.
And not
That's
with me married to Jessica.
Yeah, I seen that come across my Facebook page, and then like a day I got the notifications like going that you'd backed it. I'm like going, that tracks.
Yep. Pretty much. We also like the Detective City of Angels series.
Yes.
And we are a pretty big fan of the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective series, even though I don't think we're ever going to come close to winning that one. But the Hunt a Killer series is what I'm going with here, because these have been one of the good murder mystery series that we found to be consistently pretty good. One of the things I like about them is the way everything is set up. It's very seldom the same from box to box. Usually you'll have several different items, including handwritten notes, newspaper articles, sometimes website printouts, maps, police reports and interviews, photos, coded information, and normally it all feels pretty cool and thematic. And there's usually like little things like keychain fobs, you know, the little things that, you know, you're like, that one, it looks like it's a bottle opener, you know, that just has little things that kind of, okay, this is a little bit different. That's kind of cool. Business cards, local menus that have notes written on it and stuff like that. And usually there's some sort of lockbox, some kind of a lockbox or something that has a combination lock you've got to figure out in order to open it. So once you do open it, it almost like it becomes chapter 2, because there's usually more stuff in it, sometimes more incriminating stuff. Now, admittedly, the stories surrounding the murders aren't always the most gripping. Sometimes they're really well done. Sometimes they're kind of there. But there are usually multiple puzzles per box set, and they tend to be ones that we can usually solve, which, you know, if we can do it, we feel like, you know, we're accomplishing something. You know, unlike Sherlock Holmes, where we're being told what, you know, ridiculous twits we are. And if we'd had 2 brain cells available to rub together, we would have known this. They're not really overly esoteric. They usually have their keys to the solution embedded somewhere. You just have to look, and you have to think of what you need to find, which means you need to be able to eliminate suspects that don't have the motive, the means, and the opportunity. You can continue to remember that thing. You can forget everything else. Now, the people you run into, a lot of times, they're horrible people anyway. So they may be embezzling, or they may be thieves, or they may be ridiculously jealous. But if they don't have motive, means, and opportunity, they're not a murderer. And that's all you're really looking for. And as someone who is often unlikable myself, I appreciate this. And you know what else I appreciate? How varied the mysteries we've come across in this series have been. There have been murders that we've investigated everywhere from a talent show to a family winery to a rodeo to a cruise ship to the entire family disappearance and creepy happenings in the town of Burkittsville in the 2 seasons of the Blair Witch series. The mysteries have been that good, and as long as the Hunt a Killer series keeps putting out this quality of products, we'll keep scooping them up whenever we can.
I like these a lot, but I normally have it figured out early on. It's trying to,
Yeah.
but that's how I am with a lot of the mystery games.
Yeah.
That's like the one, I think you guys turned this on, the evidence.
I was looking at that.
They come into like the evidence.
Unsolved
folder.
case files.
Yeah.
Unsolved case files. Yeah.
There's
Way too
another
easy.
one. There's one that's not by Hunt a Killer, and it's called The Night Stalker, and I will trash talk that game until I die.
Yeah.
It made me so mad. I remember when I figured it out very easy, very quick. The motive.
It was like the first part of like 6 chapters.
It
too.
was, and I did not like the way they handled mental health. They were obviously not very bright, and then by the end of it, just very
Not consistent.
Yeah.
not consistent, not fulfilling at all. I just didn't like it.
We've enjoyed the unsolved case files. We've been playing them with Justin and Jackie,
Yeah.
and they really enjoy them. So yeah, we've got one left to go. We're saving it till we get to the U's.
The
So-
Hunt a Killer series is a little bit more expensive, I think, than some of the
Yes.
unsolved things,
Mhm.
but the quality of them has been really good.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have to check that one out.
And yeah, because I like the fact that you got, it's tactile. You can
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
up the
it's
evidence
Yes.
and look at it.
I
physical
like
evidence.
those
Look it
kind of
over.
things
Yeah.
where you can
Yeah.
kind of divide everything up. Here, you read this article, you read this. Let's read
Mhm.
compare notes.
Mhm.
I like that
Yes.
about
And
some of these
Exit game.
mystery
Is it
games.
Yeah, because that one comes up with maps and
Mm.
articles and stuff you can read. too.
Yeah.
But this one looks even better
This
because, like I said,
this one's similar to the unsolved case files where you've physically got files and stuff you're looking at. What
Have
are
a
those
box that
called?
has three-
Basically, escape the
Escape the room.
Yeah.
Escape the room.
yes,
We
okay.
haven't played those yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got like
Oh, okay. Actual physical puzzles.
no, it's like you saw it on like the Da Vinci.
Oh, the Codex.
Yeah.
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 Or the
Okay, this one doesn't have that.
Cryptex. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one actually has just a machine
You
where
got to
you've got
punch
these little
codes in.
keys and solve the case. You have to figure out what the code is and insert these keys.
Oh wow.
and that
That's
tells
really
you
cool.
if you're correct. So, yeah, there's something to do with the actual box. We've got a whole bunch of them
Oh,
that
very
that
cool.
we've played through.
All right. Number 4. Fate Forge Chronicles of Khan. Okay, regardless of the fact that I've grown more and more disenchanted with recent versions and styles and directions of Dungeons and Dragons, and I will always tout that Castles and Crusades has surpassed it as the far superior game, I will unabashedly love the high fantasy genre and will happily give up half my day investing in characters as they go on death-defying adventures and delve their way through perilous dungeons. This is my happy place. And it's always better when a game that offers that is powerfully thematic, when it has a story that grabs us, and when it doesn't overpower you with piles of rules, and gosh darn it, when it uses dice. The moment you give me cards to hold and hide from other players, it doesn't feel so much like an adventure as it does a hand of bridge. Fate Forge, however, hits almost all those checkboxes. The story is engrossing. The characters, although you do have to select from pre-mades rather than creating them yourself, are varied in their looks and their styles of combat. And it does everything using an app so you can free your mind up from the minutia of keeping tabs on enemies in combat or whose turn it is or what have you. In fact, the app for Fate Forge is one of the best I have ever seen for this sort of game. Rather than just being used for combat, the app runs you through a quick tutorial on how to play, then drops you right into the middle of the action, letting you travel into and through the main city using it. You will actually get to an area and it'll say, hey, there's a split in the road here. Which direction do you go? And you've got a map that kind of shows you what's going on, but it's kind of canted. So you have to kind of remember that as you're doing it and say, okay, we're going to go this way. And then it'll tell you what you see. And it's just like a GM would. It gives you details of what you see and where you can interact in the city you're unfamiliar with, telling you, for instance, that you see a particular monument and what it looks like, but it's not going to name it because obviously your characters haven't been there and they don't know. Combat is also fast and furious, with you having a limited time frame in each combat, to complete your tasks and goals, be that defeating all the enemies, gathering precious items, or protecting someone. And yes, you roll dice, but it's almost like a role player adventure style in which you're maneuvering dice icons to to activate certain skills and stuff like that. Perhaps you need to use certain icons to move from one location to another, or use certain combat maneuvers to dispatch your foes. And through it all, you use the app to mark if you've killed off a particular type of enemy, and the app tells you when it's their turn and how they react to key stimuli. It's a great system. It's one of the better adventure dungeon crawl types we've run across, keeping in tune with the role-playing aspect while giving you plenty of choice as you go. And Fate Forge offers all that while not having to read this huge mammoth book of rules to remember exactly, what you're supposed to be doing. And because of the app and the save function in it, you can do a scenario, you can stop, put it away, bring it back down, and you are caught back up and nothing flat. But we like this game a lot. We went to vacation in Arkansas and went to a game shop there, and it actually got suggested to us, and we were like, okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
They're like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing game. Like, okay, sure, we'll try it out. Dungeon crawl, we're good with that kind
Why
of thing.
not? Yeah.
We'll have to
Brought
look
it
for that.
home, and shortly afterwards, they had an expansion for it that they kickstarted, and we backed that Kickstarter because it was that good.
With the whole dice manipulation thing, I wonder if this would be something that Doug and Mary like, or Doug and Sarah like, because we've been doing a cooperative Sunday once a month, and we've been playing through the role player
Adventures.
Yes.
We're in, what is the expansion part?
Something Gilpax.
Oh yeah, Gulpex's
Adventures.
Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're now we're like halfway through that,
Oh, cool.
so we're almost done with the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Till they come up with something new.
I don't know if you can you zoom in on those cards there, bottom left, right?
These,
Yeah, those right there. There we go. You see how those icons, basically you can take certain icons, change them into certain icons, which then you can use to activate other cards, or make attacks, for instance. There are certain things like, perhaps to open a chest, you might need that Celtic symbol there. So if you roll a sword, well, you can use your ice knife to change that sword into the Celtic symbol that you can use to open the chest. So there's a lot of manipulation through it. And it's, now, to be fair, these guys play properly behind the screens. Me and Jess play openly.
Yeah.
Where we're like,
Yeah.
And this is, I'm going to be real honest. When we eventually someday get around to playing Gloomhaven,
Same.
I don't, when they sit there and they're like, oh, it needs to be a secret. Screw you.
right? Yeah,
We're
Why?
playing open handed,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't play to lose.
One of the things about this, you have that map that you're trying to navigate, and it is a map. But the compass rose is tilted. So when you're traveling through there, you've got to take that into consideration, because it's really easy to go, okay, well, this way's north, this, the paper. But no, the compass rose is slightly tilted on the map. So it kind of adds to, for me, for the confusion of trying to navigate through these streets on this sepia toned map.
Yeah, the compass rose is tilted, and the city is not specifically laid out north to south. So
No.
lots of fun with that. But then it's got, but as you saw, it's also got, so that's the city map, and then when you get into certain areas, they've got the cardboard layouts where you lay out your actual battle grid and stuff.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's really cool. I like it a lot. They've got the blinged up, those wooden things in the normal version are fairly thick, but they're still cardboard chits. But that's basically, your enemies are all that, and then you've got miniatures for your
heroes.
And the box is very nicely organized.
That's huge
Very,
in this
very
kind of
nice.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, that is Fate Forge Chronicles of Khan. And number 5, The Dark Quarter. So when I was first thinking of this list, I didn't even have to consult my collection before this one came up and just choked me from behind. The Dark Quarter combines the sort of tongue-in-cheek irreverence and adult theming of Van Ryder games, who popularized Detective City of Angels and the Final Girl lines, and the app-based storytelling from Lucky Duck games that was done so well in Destinies and Chronicles of Crime. So the one way that this was not going to be a win for the two of us would have been if they gave the whole thing to a team of first-year interns and let them run ruckshod with big-eyed anthropomorphic forest animals. Thankfully, someone in the board game sphere still has some taste, and they didn't do that. The Dark Quarter has you step into the skins of some terribly flawed, dark, and in some cases, call them psychotic detectives of the Beaumont Agency as they investigate a set of murders with supernatural and terrifying bents in the city of Dark Orleans, which is sort of a 1980s analog to mythic horror New Orleans, complete with voodoo, zombies, cemeteries, werewolves, vampires, dark magical artifacts, souls in limbos, and let me be very clear about this, adult sensibilities. Let me also be very clear about this. That last part drew me almost as much as the theming itself, because I like it when games step out of the family-friendly comfort zone, because it happens so infrequently outside of games that feel like frat party experiences with edgy cards that only get played because everyone is too drunk to know better and the Wi-Fi went out in the house. The Dark Quarter follows a bit of the Destinies gameplay, which means that you take turns moving your character to various locations in Dark Orleans, looking for clues and having interactions and skill checks with locals to lead you to your next location. Your investigators have a character board with a set of cubes placed in each of 4 skill types: talent, combat, arcane, and charisma, ranging in scores from 1 to 12. During the game, you will always have 2 standard dice with a range of 0 to 4, and be able to choose up to 3 effort dice, which also have a range of 0 to 4, and one side with an automatic success. Whenever you make a skill check, you roll the selected dice, you total your roll, and you compare it with a skill, noting how many successes for each marker in the skill you pass with your roll, which you then enter into the app, which tells you how successful your check was. It's a system that worked well in Destinies and works just as well here. And in fact, it works better here because there's a save system, which is not available in Destinies. You also have cards with QR codes on them, which can often be used to increase skill checks or might have other uses within the game. And much like Chronicles of Crime, you scan these cards to use them at certain points in the game to progress. The mechanics are decent, they're generally clean, and the app handles your turn phase, narration, and game saves seamlessly. And the world is gritty and dark and refreshingly, for lack of a better way of putting it, adult. You deal with the dead, you deal with blood, you deal with supernatural things with claws and teeth and no morals. You watch horrible people get their comeuppance in horrible, often graphic ways. You deal with dirty cops, flawed people made mad by what they've seen and experienced, grimy thugs, sex workers, voodoo practitioners, and your own mind. You arm wrestle Annie Christmas. You tell dirty jokes to Papa Legba. You drop profanities like a sailor on his 8th round. It's beautiful. It's absolutely glorious. And here's the thing. I want you to do me a quick favor. Look at what people say on BGG about it. Sure, it's sitting there at a 7.1 score, but look deeper. Read the comments in the forums. The vast majority of the people who tried it and dislike it decry it as a choose-your-own-adventure story rather than a, quote, real game. Oh no, you failed that check and now your turn's over and you might have to do it again? Heavens! Plus, the Dark Quarter already has to fight that already persistent, how dare they create something with an app rather than a real board game mentality. Then add to it that there are more F-bombs per capita than copies of Patchwork floating on shelves, and you know that this is never going to be a big mainstream hit anywhere, let alone in the board game zeitgeist. And in the immortal words of Green Day, land of make-believe, and it don't believe in me, and I don't care. Seriously, give me more of this sort of game. With all its dark nastiness and graphic murders and dirty but still human people and profanities, inject that right into my veins. Give it to me in liquid form, preferably heavily caffeinated. I want to see more of it. And that is number 5, The Dark Quarter.
I pulled up one of the comments that said, there's no game, there's no failed consequences. Mm-hmm. The story turns out to be very boring. The components are not needed.
No.
The story does not turn out to be very boring.
No, the story is good. You have to actually consider things I was very surprised. I had the opportunity to actually drive a car into somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
I played Paris.
Yeah.
Julia Paris. She's like a brooding vampire lady. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
mythological type, like Anti-Christmas, and then there's a man who was promised freedom, but he didn't get it. I can't remember. But it is a very, very interesting game. I'm always excited to play it. One of the things about these Lucky Duck games that I keep noticing is that they use 3D models from Daz 3D, and sometimes they are able to post-work them enough where you question it. But even going back to like Destiny, I can always see the 3D model in there and then recognize some of the elements they used for it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. So that, I don't know, for some reason that takes away for me, but it really shouldn't. The only reason why I know anything about these 3D models is I use them for games. But I don't know, it's just a me thing. But overall, the games are always amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it almost like 15-year-old how many times they drop profanity? Yes.
Yes.
And you know what? I still don't care because, I mean, when your choice is this or Cards Against Humanity or Exploding Kittens, I will take this every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
This is more in depth than those games.
Yes.
Now, this is one that was delivered before the app was finished, wasn't it?
Yes. Lucky Duck has done this thing where basically a lot of times they will deliver the physical components for the game as the app is completing. I want to say it might have been 2 weeks after we got this that the first batch, the main story for Dark Quarter was completed.
I think that also happened with Destiny.
Yeah, it did happen with Destiny. I mean, it does happen with quite a few games. Sea of Legends had a similar issue, but I like that. I like that they can continually update too. So they can find bugs, they can quash them, they can.
Yep.
I would rather the game come in and then I have to wait 2 weeks for the app than them releasing an app that's buggy and
Yeah.
is disappointing.
Make sure it's correct and
exactly.
And I remember talking about this on the podcast when we went to Kickstarter. We was talking about it, and I was like, "That looks really good."
Yeah. No, it is not family friendly, but it is a very, very good game. I like it a lot, regardless of people saying that, "Oh my gosh, it's not really a game. It's a choose your own adventure." Okay, so it's a choose your own adventure. Play it on a board.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That was
it.
5.
Okay. Well, we're going to now revisit a top 5 that we did of games that we played or games we wanted to play
Yes.
but didn't own. So we're just going to revisit and see if we actually played any of them.
When did we do that list? You remember? Okay, never mind. I'll put it on the screen right here.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll
for the
find
people
it.
who are watching it on YouTube.
Yep. I'll find it and put it on the screen here.
Or listening to it on YouTube.
Meanwhile, I'll start looking. I'm not first, right? So I'll start looking.
Well, we can go back and forth so that
Okay, that makes sense.
So, but Jessica's up first. Cinder.
No. Oh, no.
Do you remember the game?
Yeah, it's like Tinder, but
Dragons.
dragons?
Yes.
Oh.
I remember.
I don't know.
I rewatched
Find
the
your
video
match.
and the way you were explaining it, I think everybody was dying. It's like, oh, what?
Yep, it's weird.
So, Katie, Return to the Dark Tower.
Yes.
Yes, we have played it.
Yes. After we posted this video, Sarah reached out to us and said, "Hey, we backed that game. We don't back anything, but we backed that game."
Mm-hmm.
So we set up a date, and all of our other friends had all gone off to a cabin for a week, and they couldn't go because of car trouble, and we couldn't go because of car trouble. So we just decided that we'd get together, the 4 of us, and play this game. And we've been doing Cooperative Sunday ever since.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So I had Chimera Station, the first one on my list, and we actually own the game now.
Yes, we do.
And it turned into a
Kind of like con game.
Yeah, con game.
Yeah.
We could play it if it was in the library at a con.
Yeah.
And then one of the conventions, they did a virtual
Flea market.
flea
Yeah.
market.
And I happened to sit down with another guy because there was only a few tables, and I sat down as we were both waiting for people to come pick stuff up, and we got to talking. And
Well, he realized
He had-
we wanted it because he
Yeah.
came back in the room when we were actually playing
Playing
the
it,
copy
yeah.
from the library. And he goes, well, I had that on the virtual flea market.
Didn't see it.
Like, oh, we didn't see it. Or we had. He lived in Alaska.
Yep.
So when he got back to Alaska, he sent it to us.
Yeah.
Aw.
He sold it to us. So now we have a copy of it.
Yes, we do.
Very cool.
This War of Mine, Mark.
No, have not played it. I have not even seen it outside of like the Awaken Realms website.
Mm. I know at one point it was at Hitherto for a while, but I don't even think it's even up there anymore.
Mhm.
So back to Jessica. Red Dragon Inn.
Apparently I have played it before.
Okay.
It's been a long time and I'd forgotten about it. But when we started playing Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, I was like, wait, nope, I recognize these characters. I have done this before.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I guess that one's kind of null.
I hear that Tales from the Red Dragon Inn is a completely different basis
Oh, yeah.
than
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Dragon
Same
Inn.
characters.
Because I remember not enjoying Red Dragon Inn,
Yeah.
but I've
No,
heard really good things about Tales. from.
Tales is amazing.
No, it's the artwork. The artwork was what jarred
Yeah.
my memory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Katie, the librarians.
No, we had a chance to pick it up, and I've actually seen it in the store a couple times. But when we were at Dice Tower West,
Mm-hmm.
however long ago that was,
Yeah, we sat down with the designer.
we did. We met the designer, and he walked us through that one and Agents of Smersh. We ended up picking up Agents of Smersh, but this one reminded me so much of another game we already had, and now I don't remember what it was. But it reminded me very much. And at the time, you didn't know anything about the IP.
No.
So I knew you had no interest in it. Now, that being said, we've now watched the whole series together. So now he knows all about the IP.
Yeah.
So we'd be more likely to play it. So next time I see it in the store, I may have to grab it. But nope, I've not had a chance to play this one yet.
Freedom, the Underground Railroad. Yeah. Did I say that correctly?
I don't
Freedom,
know.
the under. I sound like I said Freedom of the Underground Railroad. I still butchered it. Anyway, yes, we've played this a few times. We actually own it now.
We do. We found it at a yard sale somewhere. Basically, we got it for sale. For
It's a cool
discount.
co-op.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen it or played it?
I've seen it. I've
Okay.
not played it.
It's co-op where you're trying to, for better words, I mean, it is the actual during the slave running in the Underground Railroad, and you're trying to get them to the north to get them away from all the slave
Right.
traders and everything. I mean, it's a dark game because you might have to sacrifice a family
Yep.
and stuff. It's just
Yeah,
it's a very interesting, very hard game. I don't know
Yeah.
if we've won it yet.
we have not.
Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon.
Yes, we
Mark.
own that now.
Ooh.
And it is a fun game. It's very dark, but Awaken Realm stuff is just all twisted and dark. And how gritty can we make everything? Oh, which is okay. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. But it actually, if I had an analog that I would connect it to, it's like a better put together Seventh Continent almost,
Ah.
because you're using cards for directions. There are a little bit more rules. The Menhir miniatures are freaking awesome, and basically they have a timer on them, and as the timer runs out, then areas go dark and are absorbed into the weird.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it is actually a pretty fun game. We've gone through it for not nearly long enough,
True.
but we've played through the first few scenarios of it. It's actually very, very fun.
You mentioned Seventh Continent. At one of the Dice Tower retreats, Doug and Mary, they picked up Seventh Continent as one of their gifts.
Mhm.
And it was a used copy, and it came open in the back because we were transporting it back for them because they didn't have
No.
room.
Oh,
And it
no.
opened up.
It
And-
only opened a little bit, but it was just
It-
enough
it-
for all the cards.
all
to
the
slide
cards.
in.
Oh,
cards.
So I spent hours at a hotel on our way home trying to put this back
Put the
in
cards
order.
back in order.
Oh, it
Doug didn't know about this, but if he listens to the podcast, he will now, though. But we've never told him that. So hopefully I got everything exactly the way it was supposed to be because I searched the website trying to get how the cards go in order and that. I probably went to 2 or 3 different websites just to try and get it.
Wow.
I was using pictures to kind of see how things were supposed to go in order. And That was a
Yeah.
long night trying to get that back together.
That was crazy.
Okay.
We were very careful not to flip it over again after that. It laid flat in the box or in the bag.
Back to Jessica. Wonderland's War.
Nope, I still have not played it. Do not own it.
We actually got to
actually
play
got
it
to
not
play
too
it
long
just
ago.
about a month ago. We
They
did.
Yeah.
actually have Wonderland's War Duel now.
Yeah.
Do they?
I heard that's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to play it. It was interesting. I did not expect to like it. I did it.
Mhm.
I actually think I won it.
Yeah, it's a
didn't
bag
I?
builder.
Yeah.
I think what initially drew the components.
Yes.
The components are really
components,
nice.
The art kind of all went together. It was bright.
Yeah.
dark
Yeah.
at the
And the
same
cup,
time.
the copy we played, they had all the miniatures painted and everything
Oh,
too.
nice.
So
It
it
was very
was
nice.
really nice
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, friends of
Okay,
ours had it.
Katie, Meeple Land.
Nope. Not even sure why I wanted it, to tell you the truth. I don't remember.
This was about building a theme park.
I
wasn't
think
it?
so. And we've got so many other theme park builders. It's really,
Mhm.
it's one of those that if I have a chance to play it someday, great, but it's not anywhere near the top of my list.
So I had CO2 Second Chance. We have played the original CO2.
Yeah.
We have not played Second Chance yet.
But we have decided that after playing CO2, because we found it Gen Con for next to nothing,
Yeah.
we do want second chance now, though.
Yeah. Dwellings of Eldervale.
Nope, that is still too darn expensive.
We
Yes.
actually got to play this
We
one too.
did get to play it at a BGI event,
Mm.
so it
Yep.
was good. I liked it. I don't want to pay for it, but I like
no,
it.
yeah, it's expensive.
See, and it's one of those that I could probably get like the less blinged out version. No,
you don't.
Why,
want
why would you ever want to do that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
That's
really
like playing Andromeda's Edge with
Yeah.
just the.
No.
I really
the
like
retail
upgraded
version.
components.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Back to Jessica. Batman Gotham City Chronicles.
No, and there's a lot of reasons by that. Number one, it's one of those things where you get the base and then you want to get all of the other things with it.
The rabbit hole.
It is a rabbit hole, but also I just don't see it as often anymore.
Yeah.
It's not as readily available. I've got it on a wish list at a couple of different places, and it's out of stock.
Mm.
I'm thinking. I can't remember if this is one that Doug had that he sold
I don't know.
because he had an all-in Kickstarter version. I think this might have been. Is this the one that the rule book was just garbage?
I don't remember which one.
I know one of the Batman ones. The
I know
rule book was
the animated
horrible.
one. It was not the animated one that the rule book was garbage. So it might have been this one.
Mm. Katie on tour.
Yep.
We own it.
We own it. We own the second edition. Well, not second edition, the
The second
the
version.
reskin,
Yeah.
whatever. The
Yeah.
Paris and New York,
On tour 2.
something like that. Yeah. No, I really like this one.
It's the European version.
It's a
All
we
of
own
other
the
ones-
U.S. and European. The one
Yeah.
we have, the maps are there's
Yeah.
2 sets of maps in it. Yeah, no, I really like this one. It's a roll and write that is, I think, a lot
Yep.
of fun. Little
I-
pressure luck in it.
So I had Twilight Struggle, and nope, still haven't been able to play it because she won't play it with me.
We have it though. No,
We do not have
no,
Twilight
no. I'm
Struggle.
thinking of something else.
I don't know what you're talking about, but we
I'm
don't
thinking
have
of
Twilight
something
Struggle.
else. We do not have Twilight Struggle.
We have Twilight Imperium,
Well, yes, that's true.
but I have not got to play that yet.
Nope.
Mark, Blood Rage.
No, but we've played Tiny Epic Vikings, which is close. No, I've seen that numerous times, even before Simon got rid of it, where it was like deeply discounted, and I have never been able to talk myself into going ahead and getting that.
It's a big game,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of space.
Well,
And-
apparently there's a new expansion coming out for it
and
through Tycoon Games.
and again, it's an area control game, and that's
Oh,
the area
yeah.
control games
So it's
with
one of those
with two players and two
It's-
players that are generally non-confrontational.
not very good.
Generally,
Yeah.
don't work as well.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be. It's one of those that
Yeah.
I feel like I want to play
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I should
Yeah.
be in the any
Yeah.
kind of content
No,
creator
exactly.
in the industry. But at the same time, I have no desire to own it.
Mm-hmm.
It's I want to play it once just to say I have.
Yep.
I don't remember. There was an area control game that we played that we actually enjoyed because it was you take over areas.
Land versus Sea.
No, we haven't
Okay.
played that one. But you take over areas, you score the area, and then you move on. And then if somebody else takes over the area, then no big deal. You've already got your points for the area. I can't remember what one it was. It was kind of like the whole.
I remember that. I remember even commenting that I liked that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But for the life of me, I
But
don't
there is
remember
another
what it was.
game that is, it's an older game. We played it not too long ago where you have the
Ethnos.
No, the
No?
faction cards and then the power card that goes together, and you put all your people out. Small World. It's kind of
Oh.
like the whole Small World where you
Oh.
take over, you score,
Yeah.
then you leave. There was another area control game with kind of that same little thing going on. In
Okay.
it. Back to the top, the final one for Jessica. Final Girl.
Yes. I own obviously the core box, the entire first season, and one from the third season. As I wanted the Final Girl with Krampus and Mrs.
The
Claus.
North Pole one, yes.
Yeah.
So in the video though, you said you'd make Mark sit down and watch you play it. Do you?
He kind of controlled the killer,
Oh.
so
Okay.
Okay.
we had to kind of figure it out. It's at this point, I think really it's just a collection thing for me.
Mm.
Is I want them because I want to own them, not necessarily play them, which is bizarre, but
It's also a solo game too, and as
Yeah.
much as
Yeah.
I have tried getting into solo games, it's not as much fun to me.
I've
Yeah.
got too many other things to do. If I've got time to play a board game by myself, then I have time to do other things. It's one thing when you're playing with other people or your spouse or your child because you're making connections.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to just pick it up and go, wow, I've got laundry and dusting, and I do freelance and contract work, working on that that project that I could be making money, I could be doing anything, and
Mm-hmm.
I just can't bring myself to play sad.
Yeah, I know. I've recently started playing solos because she goes to ladies' night with the BGI group,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the first time I did is she had it here, and I had no place to go because my son was out of town or whatever. They went someplace because normally I'd just go over to his house and play games over there. Well, he wasn't going to be home. Well, you can come over and
Ah.
hang out with the dogs. Like, no, I'll just stay up in my bedroom, and I got a few games up there and played
Yep.
some board games up there.
Yep.
So it's been interesting. It's a definitely different type of feel when you're playing it by yourself, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Katie, Escape Plan.
Yep.
And you own it.
We do. We own it. I like it, but I want to try this at a higher player count. We've
Yeah,
played it
two-player was
2-player.
not good.
It was the 2-player variant is not. It's not fantastic. I get why they do it because otherwise it's too loose. But at the same time, I would love to try this at a higher player count because it's got great ratings and I want to
I
try it
lost
again.
that horribly.
You did, but that's okay.
1960, The Making of a President. I have not been able to play this because, again, it's a 2-player game about the Kennedy-Nixon elections.
Yes.
You know somebody who loves that kind of stuff, right?
I understand that, but I'm not going to go and buy a game that's just going to sit on my shelf just in case we have a day that's just me and him.
Okay.
Okay, Mark, the last one, Etherfields.
No, have not done that one, and probably will not do that one. And this is a me thing. I like a lot of the stuff that I have seen from Awakened Realms, but I like there to be a little bit of hope in my games, and
I like to be a little hope.
there's just so focused on making everything dark and twisted, and it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. All right, you guys are capable of making games that are like high fantasy or or that have characters that I actually want to play and
Yeah.
not just look at with disdain and pity.
Okay.
So if we look back, Jessica's played 2 of her games, and apparently you'd already played the one.
Mhm.
We'll still count it. Katie, you played 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work on them. I got 3 of them in. Mark got
I got
one.
one.
game.
One.
Tainted
I
Grail.
wasn't telling you to hold on. I was saying one.
I look over, Mark's like, has the one finger up. I was like, what? What did I get wrong? Yeah, you've played Tainted Grail.
Yes, I played Tainted Grail.
Nice. So we're going to move on. We're going to play a game.
By the way, we did that in, let's see, we released that on July 7th of 22 is when that list was
Cool.
released.
So
It's
if you
been
want to see the
3.5
video,
years.
go back that far on YouTube and look for it.
Yep.
if you want to see the original and what we thought. So now we're going to play a game. I can play the game now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is overrated, underrated, or rated just right. We're going to go over the top 100 games from BGG. We're not doing all 100. We're
Thank
just doing
you.
the top
Good
10.
Lord.
We're just doing the first
I was
10.
going to say, what time did Lyric expect you guys home?
Right?
But we're going to look at the games in order and decide whether, from all the hype and everything you hear about it, is it overrated, underrated, or rated just what you think. We want everybody's opinion on this.
Okay.
Okay.
So out of the top 10 on
Mhm.
BGG, so first was Brass Birmingham. And we'll just go round robin. So the game has a 7.5 rating
For us.
for us. Let's look at the Geek rating. Geek rating has a 8.4 rating.
I think it's overrated. I don't know. I get it's a good game. I get people like it. This is not, this would not be my top one game
Have you guys
by
even
any
played it?
shape.
Nope.
Never even seen it.
Never even seen it.
Nope. I've seen pictures of it. I've looked at it and I've been like, yeah, that has no interest to me.
Yeah, it's a
whatsoever.
pick up and deliver industrial looking, very industrial feel.
if nothing else, I'm going to give it all kinds of props because it knocked Gloomhaven out of number one.
Yeah.
So I will
Gloomhaven's
give
down.
it. I will give it that much in a serious heartbeat.
So the second one's Pandemic. Well, I agree it was overrated because it's not the greatest game, I don't think.
Okay.
Pandemic Legacy Season 1. It has an 8.3. As you can see, we actually rated it as a 9. So
We did. I really enjoyed this one. I loved some of the aha moments in it. I mean, we're big fans of Pandemic anyway,
Mhm.
but I really enjoyed this Legacy. This was actually our first Legacy game.
So overrated, underrated, rated just right.
You guys rated it.
Right.
Wouldn't that mean under?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
I would say it's
I wish
about
I could
right.
get it where our
Yeah.
ratings weren't there.
Yeah,
I
no, I never played Pandemic Legacy.
Mhm.
However, I would say just based on the original game and some of the stuff that I've heard about it, I would say it's right.
Yeah. I really enjoy all of the Legacies.
A lot of
I
these
think they
are,
did a good job on it.
a lot of these are Euros too. I didn't even notice that.
Act surprised.
Should I switch in and search for fantasy games and rate that?
No.
Okay.
They actually have a thing for thematic games, and like for instance, if like you were to go to like Isofarian Guard or something, it's got like regular rank and then thematic. So, but
Okay.
that's okay.
Arc Nova.
Another one I love, but I know you don't.
Well, just
So
have you heard of Arc Nova? Right.
I've heard of it, yes.
Okay.
You're-
This
I
wasn't
would-
a great idea.
I
You're
would almost
building a zoo.
rather like wash my eyes out with fingernail polish remover than play Arc Nova.
I don't think they're like anthropomorphic.
It doesn't matter.
they're
No.
animals.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
building a
It's-
zoo.
you're- Exactly. There we go. Wow, let's win Mark over. You're building a zoo.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
I'd like to point out that he was excited about the game that had sex work. I guess a zoo isn't going to
Exactly.
Night
Okay,
Shift.
Good call.
No,
Oh
Dark
my
Quarter.
God.
Oh, Dark
Gosh.
Quarter. Okay. There is actually a game
Yes,
called Night
there is a
Shift.
game
Yes.
called
Yeah.
Night Shift.
Really?
No, we did
It's
not back
all
it.
about strippers.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
Yes.
showed it to you. I absolutely showed it to you because I was
They
like,
had it.
I was like, look at
I
this.
believe
Yeah,
they
I
had it at the Dice Tower
Yeah, I
Was
know.
the art bad?
at the retreat.
No,
No,
I didn't
they're-
think so. I didn't think the game. Would
I don't
have
think
a
the art
whole
was
lot to it.
anything special, but
I don't think the game looked like it had a whole lot to it. So.
It
Yeah.
was just interesting.
just the theme, yeah.
Oh, that's
I
wrong
like-
game.
Oh, that's
Arc
not it.
Nova. I like Arc Nova. I enjoy playing it. It is a longer game.
I
I
think-
think you would enjoy it, Jess. I would not introduce it to Mark.
No,
Showing
no. I think. Okay,
Next time you make it to a ladies' night, let me know. I'll bring my copy, and
it's one.
I
more.
will. It will be very easy to find 2 other people to play with us because everybody there loves it. It gets pulled
There-
out every week.
There's the Meeples.
Oh, I remember the Meeples.
We're now talking about Night Shift, not Arc Nova.
Yes.
Right? Well, I had to show it up so
Okay.
so Jessica realized it's a real game.
Okay, both, and I don't even think it's in the top 100 anymore. Arc Nova and Earth, I think, got so much ridiculous praise by everybody that nobody realizes that it's not that great a game.
They're both great games. I love Earth.
Arc Nova and what?
Earth. I love Earth. But of course, I like tableau builders, and that is
Yes.
definitely a tableau
Yep,
builder. They
absolutely.
both are, actually. They both are.
So the next one's Gloomhaven at number 4.
Haven't gotten to play. We've played one scenario, and we died
Got
very, very fast.
quickly, yes.
So yeah, this is one of those we want to pull out and play still.
Am I still going to eventually play it? Yes, but I think it is way overrated for what it is, because it does not deserve to be 75 paces up on the next best dungeon crawler. And I still swear up and down that Gloomhaven is an efficiency exercise. It is not truly a dungeon.
We've only played Lion.
Jaws
of the Lion.
Jaws of the Lion, yes.
So
Yeah.
we haven't actually. We own Jaws of the Lion. We own Gloomhaven.
We own
Yep.
Gloomhaven. We own Frosthaven.
But yeah, we've only gotten Jaws of the Lion.
Yeah,
And I wish we
we've
had
finished
played-
Jaws the Lion.
I wish we had played Jaws of the Lion before I backed Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's-
Gloomhaven Frosthaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we had, I would have been like, yeah, there's no dice.
Yeah,
Well,
we
you
played.
know you can still sell them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I was
And
gonna say
will
we
eventually.
we were gifted Gloomhaven,
we were.
and then we went out and bought Jaws of the Lion to play first.
Yes.
And about halfway through Jaws of the Lion, I was getting bored with it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were playing it every other week
Mhm.
for a while, and yeah. I'm still anxious to play Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
I still want to dig into that some.
Yeah.
Nope, I agree. I think there's some good things that it does. I just think it is way overrated for what it is compared to other really good dungeon crawl adventure games.
Well,
with a
and
lot
that's
more
just
thematic
it.
narrative.
It's unless people go on and do the voting,
Mhm.
it's the others don't ever get the praise they should get.
Nope.
It's all about the attention they get.
So we're all in agreement that Gloomhaven's overrated.
overrated.
Yeah.
Doom Imperium, I want to say it's overrated because
I agree.
I feel
don't think
I
it's-
feel like it's overrated.
Yeah.
Just based on what everybody says about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
they-
like whatever.
They compare that with Lost Ruins of
Ruins of
Arnak
Arnak.
so much, and I liked that one better than
Mhm.
Yeah.
than Doom.
I think you're going to be one or the other on that. You
Yeah.
will either really love Doom Imperium or you will really love Lost Ruins of Arnak, but you won't like them both.
I just don't see the correlation between them at all.
Mm.
But
They're
that's
deck
okay.
builders, which
Yeah.
barely
not.
deck builders.
No, they're not.
They're barely.
I
That's
was
what
gonna
they're. That's what
I know
they're.
that's what
like,
they're billed
uh,
as, but they're not.
It's like Endless Winter. It's
Yeah,
deck building is built into the whole thing. but
Yeah.
It's not
it's
not
not
its
necessary.
main
Yeah,
mechanic.
Twilight Imperium. We've played it once, and I can see why people rate it like they do. I did
Mhm.
enjoy the one play that we've had of this.
I feel like this is one of those lifestyle games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's one that you
if
need a lot of players.
You need a lot of players to make it good. You need a lot of time to make it good.
Mm-hmm.
And those, I mean, we know people who do
Mm-hmm.
this religiously. I mean, once a month they meet and play the game. I would not invest that kind of
Mhm.
time into it. But that's just me.
I feel like Twilight Imperium and Cosmic Encounter they're not similar in gameplay or anything
No.
like
No.
that, but I think both of them require a certain group to
Yes.
work well.
Yes.
I am
Mhm.
not a member of that group.
Yeah, yeah, because Twilight Imperium is a lot of head to head, but there's
Yeah.
also government involved where you're
There's
trying to get policies
negotiations
to
and
pass.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming up on the list.
Yep, it is. Terraforming Mars.
Love it.
Um,
Love it even more now that we've played the expansions.
Is it overrated, underrated, or rated just right though?
I think it's rated just right. I can see, and this has always been one of my favorites. Terraforming Mars has always been number one for me. And we played it with the two of the expansions recently, Colonies in Turmoil, and it just added even more for me. I really enjoyed it.
Have you guys played it?
Nope.
Nope.
It's another
No,
big tableau builder.
Anything about it.
The big tableau builder, and you are colonizing the planet of Mars. So, terraforming it, getting oceans, the temperature up, the oxygen levels up, the planting trees, and
I don't think the
All
art is
that.
going to win us.
What is that
Yeah.
game that
the art
we-
has always been criticized in this
Mhm.
game.
Oh, Unsettled?
Unsettled.
Yes.
No, not Unsettled. The other one.
Vindication.
Yeah, okay, no, it is Unsettled.
Okay. Yeah.
It is Unsettled. Sorry.
Unsettled.
You're going on to like Planet trying to
Not die.
not die.
Not die.
It's a really fun game.
Mhm.
Okay.
Terraforming Mars probably is much more serious, but this one you run into out of trying to levels right and not die.
Mhm.
Well, this one, there's no dying involved. You're getting money and spending money on various cards and other activities to try to get the various levels up. So, and the game won't end until oxygen is all the way up, temperature's all the way up, and there are at least 9 oceans out.
Mm.
Well, I should say all 9 oceans. There's only 9 oceans until all 9 oceans are out. So,
The next
I
one-
have always loved this one.
Yeah, the next one I don't think any of us has played. So
No.
War of the Rings Second Edition.
No.
And
No.
it's supposed to be the most thematic to the Lord of the Rings series.
More
But then
thematic
again,
than Jime?
it's a 2-player game.
Okay.
More thematic than what?
Journeys in Middle Earth.
That's what I hear. I mean,
Okay.
this is like one of the big battles and
Okay.
everything. And they said
Hey.
it's really thematic, but I've had a chance to play it, but the person who was wanting to play it, I didn't really want to play with them. Anyway, and that's a long story.
Yes.
9 is Dune Imperium. It's the Dune Imperium series again. It's the
One of the
Uprising.
guys here last night had it with him, said it was
Did he?
his favorite Dune Imperium game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't played. This is like the second. This is supposed to be better than the original,
Mhm.
although it's ranked 9 instead of 5, like Dune Imperium is, though. But I just think all the Dune Imperium stuff.
That's an
been overrated.
expansion, right? I'm
No,
surprised.
This
it's
is
a
a
standalone.
standalone.
It's a standalone?
Yeah,
Okay.
it supposedly have taken Dune Imperium and made it better.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it kind of took like what some of the expansions were doing and added it into just the base game
Okay.
and stuff. I believe. Don't quote me on that though. And
I
then
got
Star
nothing.
Wars Rebellion.
Nope.
I've not played it either. I wouldn't mind playing this one, but it's still another head-to-head. I think it's a 2-player game, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is that the one that took over? No.
It's 2 to 4 players.
I don't remember if that was the one that took over for Descent or not. It doesn't
I
look
think
like it.
this is one of the ones they're no longer supporting, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one has
So
gone
it's very
away.
hard to find.
Oh, okay.
This is just thematic. Strike from the hidden
yeah, see,
bases
there
as
you
the
go.
rebel.
It's got like you've got the list there where it's thematic. They believe that 5 of the top 10 games are thematic. Oh, I'm sure they believe Gloomhaven is thematic.
So above Star Wars Rebellion and thematic base is Frosthaven, Twilight Imperium, War of the Ring, Gloomhaven, and Pandemic Season 1.
Yep, totally believe that. Pandemic Legacy, I could see that being a
Mhm.
very thematic game. Gloomhaven, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Frosthaven, yeah, same difference.
Clink Legacy Acquisition Incorporated. Have you guys played that one?
Have not, no. Haven't
We
played
played
any of
it.
the Clank
It's fun.
series.
I know you guys like.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, I
but
was okay
it's-
with it. It wasn't my favorite thing.
I'm not a huge Clank fan, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
We've
I mean, it's
all-
okay, but
We've
Yeah.
talked about Jaws of the Lion.
Yep.
Oathsworn, I have not played.
I have not played that. I've heard a lot of people say that it's really good, and
It's got an
it just
8.0.
really has not grabbed me.
Right.
I'm concerned that it's going to be more card play, and it's like, look, okay, I've already got Gloomhaven, I've got Frosthaven, I've got all the excesses of Gloomhaven. I don't really.
Yeah. And then number 10 was Too Many Bones. I think this
I
is
would-
way overrated.
That is, I think it's way overrated because the art is disgusting in that.
okay.
Actually, the art is good, but the
Yeah.
characters are like, I would not want to play that. Thank you.
As a note, we've switched lists.
I
No
know.
longer on
Yes.
the top 10. Okay. I'm
No, I
just
knew
telling-
that.
Yeah,
That's
we
why I
telling
said
them.
on the thematic list.
Oh.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
thematic list. Now,
Yeah.
do I think? Okay, so it's Chip Theory Games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you know the components are going to be freaking amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
All right.
components in this game
The
is
components look
amazing.
really good, and there's a lot of dice rolling, which means that if the characters didn't look like that character, for instance, I would be all up about playing this. But unfortunately, I just don't.
Don't
I,
care
I,
for the
want
artist.
to, I want to. If I'm playing a thematic fantasy game, I want a character that I want to be. You know.
Well, This is all about updating your dice
Mhm.
and getting more dice for
Yes.
certain things, for your battles and everything.
Yes.
The part that I did not like about the one play I've played of this is the way they do the battle. Everybody lines up, each character behind each character in a line,
Mhm.
and the first player up battles the monsters. When he goes out, the next person stands up. And if you got knocked out, you go to the end of the line. So you can't just jump into the battle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then if that person goes down, the next person in line, then the next person, then back to you maybe. And the game we played, the second to last battle, I was up and got knocked out. The big final battle where you're going to get all this stuff and everything, I was at the end of the line and never got back up to the battle.
Oh, wow.
So I sat there it was like a 30-minute battle, I think. And I just sat there, had nothing to do.
Yikes.
So I was like,
Yeah,
no,
that kind of
did
killed it
not
for
like
us.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's why I said that one's way overrated. So that's kind of an overrated, underrated, rated just right kind of thing. Our thoughts on those top 10s on both lists. So let's
Yep.
move on to our first look at I Made You a Mixtape.
All right, I Made You a Mixtape was a Kickstarter that came out this year, 2025. Plays 1 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes. I think that's about right. Ages 8 and up. Designed by Mike Delisio and Dan Hughes. I have no excuse for not being able to pronounce his name.
No.
And art by Gary King. Published by Massive Asterisk. Now, just as a side note, we are friends with Mike Delisio.
Yes.
So.
And
All
we've
right.
played games with Dan Hughes.
And we have played games with Dan Hughes, yes. All right, so I Made You a Mixtape. This is a very, very small box, I feel very thematic little game. This is an I Split You Choose, where you are competing with other players to make the best compilation possible out of an album collection. Your tape is then judged on how well it is themed, how the tracks flow with each other, and the balance of the lengths between sides A and B. Now, that is the description from the designer. Which one, I don't know. So
Probably Mike.
Probably Mike. All right. So the way this runs, like I said, it's an I Split You Choose. At the start of every hand, every turn, everybody in the game is handed 3 cards. From those 3 cards, you are looking at a number of different pieces of the art. You are looking at how the tape flows on it. Does it flow from left to right? Does it flow from right to left? Or does it flow down the middle or some combination thereof? You are looking at the genre of the tape. Is it pop? Is it rock? Is it R&B? What is the genre? Does it match with other stuff you've done? And you are looking at what side of the tape it has to go on. Does it go on side A or does it go on side B? Everybody has their little mixer board up at the very top, and that mixer board, or the equalizer, I think is what they call it.
Yes.
The equalizer starts out dead center at 30 points. So you are offered 30 points at the beginning of the game. Whether you keep that 30 points is up to you and the hands you are given.
Yes.
So as you progress and as you are making decisions on the cards you're going to keep versus what you're giving to other players, that equalizer moves back and forth left to right, and your points reduce the further you get away from that center. And again, this all it goes to with how long each side of the tape is, because a good cassette tape is an even amount on both sides, because you don't want blank tape. That's bad. So you're given the 3 cards. You are splitting those cards up somehow. 2 cards in one hand, 1 card in the other. You're folding them over and handing them to the player on your left or right. Depends on which way you guys have all decided to go. I don't know if the rule book gives you a specific direction. We usually just swapped it up sometimes. So you're passing it to your neighbor. Your neighbor is now deciding, do they want the two cards or do they want the single card? They're keeping whatever they want and passing the others back to you. Meanwhile, the neighbor on your other side have passed you their cards and you're making the same decisions. Which ones are you keeping? Which ones are you passing back? So now you've got all the cards that you got to keep, the ones that you chose from your neighbor's hand and the ones from your original hand. And now you have to put them into your tape. You have to put them on the side they belong on, whether it be A or B. You have to, hopefully, make the ribbons line up. You don't want something very jarring that doesn't make for a good mixtape. So you want the music to flow properly. At the end of the game, once the deck is gone, you are now looking at a number of different things for scoring purposes. You're looking at how well your tape flows. Does your ribbon flow continually or is it broken? Does it jar too much from left to right in a specific mix? You are also, once you get that all counted up, You're looking at your equalizer. Again, is side A longer than side B? How much longer than side B? Because if it's too much longer than side B, you're into negative numbers now.
Mhm.
And then lastly, once everybody has scored up how well their tape flows, now you're pulling it apart and you're doing set collection. You're looking at how many R&B do you have? How many pop do you have? How many rock do you have? And then you're getting points based on that set collection. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
so simple. It's so easy to teach.
Oh yeah.
I think I've taught this 3 or 4 times already, and it's just so simple, and everybody's enjoyed it. Okay, so anyway, now
Thoughts?
thoughts. I love it. I love this little. It's just a short little game.
Yeah,
I do like it.
It's a fine little filler. I'm not hugely wowed by it, but it's a game that we'll play. It's like a lot of the all play games, for instance.
Yeah.
It's the game that it doesn't have an amazing, ridiculous amount of depth, but it fills 15-20 minutes without any issues.
Yeah, it is a table hog.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
You do need some space for those tapes.
I like the way they put such an array of different song titles on there.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's kind of like little, not really Easter eggs, but it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
to see what was chosen.
We played this at a meetup not too long ago, and half the titles, either if they didn't know what the title was, they were looking it up. It turned into this big jam session, and everybody around us is like, "What are they playing?"
Yeah, I'm curious, like if we go younger millennial down, how
Mhm.
many of them are actually going to have any idea what any of these songs are?
They're not
Right.
going to know
Right.
what the
No.
mixtape is anyway.
They're not yet.
This is true.
They're going to be like, what exactly are these things?
Ancient
Yeah.
relic.
Yeah.
Right. I know the at the BGI night that we played this at, we played it a couple times,
Mhm.
and 2 of the girls there, if they knew the song, they would start singing the song, and people at the other table were looking at us like, "What are you
Mhm.
guys doing over there?" But when they came to songs they'd never heard of, and in the back of my head, it's like, "Oh, that's the more popular one." Like, there's actually one on the picture we're looking at, "Careless Whispers." They're all like going, "Careless Whispers." I said,
Oh,
"By
wow.
Wham!" They go, "Who's Wham?" I'm like,
Oh no.
"Oh, I
I
thought you guys were
settled.
older than what you are. Apparently, you're not."
Off topic, but on topic.
Uptown Girl.
My 12-year-old
Okay.
was listening to a song, and I picked up her phone to see what it was, and she was listening to One Way or Another.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
And I was like, "You're listening to this?" And she's like, "Yeah, do you know the song? It's by Blondie." Yes, honey,
Yes.
I know the song.
Yes, we know this.
Wow, that's amazing. My mom actually knows a song that I like.
It's a very old song.
Okay, honey. Just keep listening to it.
Mhm.
Yep. Good music choice there, honey. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I love the fact they use all real titles.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's like I said, it's those little Easter eggs thrown in.
Yep.
Yes.
And sometimes you find yourself taking the title, okay, it doesn't really fit in my tape, but I don't care. I want Jesse's Girl.
yes.
You know?
Exactly.
One of the guys from the BGI group actually took
Oh my gosh. His entire tape.
he played the game, and then he took all the songs and made a playlist for it on Apple Music,
That's cool.
and made it listing as "I made you a mixtape." And when we were coming back from the retreat, we started listening to this, and we're like, "Going, there are some bad songs on here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some songs I'd never heard of it. I mean, his balance must have been way off because he went from Smooth Operator to When Doves Cry to You Shook Me All Night Long, then With or Without You to Be With You, Faith, Night Shift, Time Bomb, Rock Lobster, and I Swear. And it continues on, though. I'm not going through that entire list. It's a long list, but some of the songs was like, no.
Yeah, that's all kind of.
It
over
was
the
like
place.
all over the place, though.
Yeah.
But in the game, though, you've got to try and get that tape to line up
Mhm.
Yeah.
for
And sometimes
scoring.
it's just not possible.
Yep.
No.
You've
Sometimes you
got
just
the
have to-
break.
Once
yeah.
you put a card down, it's stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck there.
Yeah. It was not as easy to erase like it is on.
And yeah,
No.
and you're definitely trying to get the card above and the card below to match that middle card,
Mhm.
so that card can score 3 points.
Right,
But-
because you scored a point for every matchup, but if both sides of the card matched up, it was 3 points instead of
Yes.
just 2. So
Mhm.
yeah,
If one side
wanted that.
was 1 point, and if none of them matched, then
it's a big fat 0.
yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember which one was last? I can't remember.
I don't remember if I did or not, but I can look.
We
I
have
want to say it was
played this.
close.
We have played this 5 times now.
We've played it 5 times, and we got to play this before it hit Kickstarter
Mhm.
because Mike had it at one of the BGI days that we went to, and he
And
was
taught it.
demoing it.
Yep. Yeah, you won that one. Chad won that one. You won that one. I don't think I've ever won this. Adil won, and then Mary. Yeah, I've never won this.
But you love
But-
the game.
I do love the game though. I think it's a neat little game.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the theme of it. I think it's very thematic. I love the artwork, the graphic design of it. I think is fantastic. The fact that all of the cards are different, all of the labels are different. They look like the song titles have been handwritten on there.
Mhm.
I just love the design of
Yes.
the cards and how all the information you need is there. It's clear.
Mhm.
I love the different handwritings and just all of it. I think it looks pretty cool.
I seen on Facebook somebody said they printed out a 3D printed a deluxe component for the game. I'm like, going, how can you do
Yeah.
a deluxe component unless you're like making all the actual cassette tapes with them all on it though? But
Oh Lord.
they printed out a pencil
Oh,
No.
and it said, now we can play this game. For the younger crowd, they probably don't understand what the pencil means with
Like
a
the
cassette tape
pencil
though.
means.
But everybody,
So when the tape
That's
when the
probably
tape
what-
consistently gets eaten in your player,
yeah.
that's how you get the tape back into the cassette.
you can rewind that too because you can just sit there and let it
Yep.
spin on your pencil and
And,
rewind, so you don't have to
You beat me
rewind
by
it.
2 points.
Oh, nice. Very close game.
Yeah, this game, and for the fact that Dan Hughes and Mike DeLisio designed this together,
Mhm.
Dan's from England.
Mhm.
He lives in England, and they are two totally different people.
They're
Mhm.
completely different personalities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because Dan is just wild. I guess you could
He's
say.
I don't want to say a prankster. He's not quite a prankster, but he definitely has an interesting sense of humor.
Yes, he does. I don't remember. I thought I remember hearing that he was a nurse.
Really?
Yes, I believe he's a nurse. I think because they have a podcast together
Yeah.
called Sporadically Bored, and I listen to him every once in a while. I think he said in there that he was a
Okay.
nurse, and of course, Mike works for the Dice
Dice
Tower,
Tower.
but he used to be a teacher.
Teacher. Yeah, he was a teacher here in Indy.
But anyway, back to the game.
Sidetrack.
But like I said, the artwork. What do we think about the artwork?
Oh
I love it.
It's
Yeah.
great. It works perfectly with
Mhm.
the
I think-
entire.
yeah.
theme and-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the the cards are the cassette tapes, and with
Yes.
Mhm.
as if the tape exploded and the tape is running down it.
Well, I like the thought put into some of them. Like I said, all of the titles are written in a different handwriting.
Mhm.
You've even got some of the cards who look like they've got stickers on them because they've
Mhm.
been re-recorded over.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just think that's neat. That attention to detail.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Well, you figure
And I
both of them
like-
kinda-
I was just say I like how like the number of spots that you move to the left or right is
Mhm.
integrated into the graphics
Yeah.
of
Yes.
that. You know, so
And-
like
That's the thing, because a lot of people are like going, well, which side does this go on? You got that on the wrong side. Well, which side it goes on? It's so easy to tell because side B is on, the numbers are on the right, and
Mhm.
side A is on the left.
Yep.
But also the numbers are by the color. So all the cards with red on it
Our side
are
A.
side A, the cards with the
Mhm.
blue on it are side B.
Yep.
There was one other thing. What was it? And then you can see the colors at the top where it says track A. This is the
Mhm.
red side. That's the B side. Track B is the blue side. So it was kind of
yeah. I like how the scoring is integrated into the middle console.
It looks
too.
like it's the levels and
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
That's where the scoring for all the different.
If I would want
Groups of
anything
cards.
3D printed, it would be something for those 3 cards together
Yes.
to make
Yeah.
it like a. Of course, that's going to increase the size of your box unless
Yeah.
you make it
Yeah.
fold.
Yeah, it could have possibly been like a tri-folded
Yeah.
board that you
Mhm.
could go into.
Yeah. I
set
would
of
love
cards.
that.
But this is the least expensive way to do
Agreed.
it. And
Agreed.
Like I said, it's not a
Expensive game
heavy
at all.
game.
No.
This is one of those games you can play and then re-rack and play it again over and over again. And we've done that many times.
We
Yeah,
have.
absolutely.
Yes. So, final thoughts? Is this something you'd
Yes.
you didn't even let me finish.
Well, I knew you were going. You were stumbling, so I just, sidestepped you.
Recommend it to
Yeah.
other people.
I would
to play.
recommend this for what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A light
It's
filler game.
a light filler game. It's nothing heavy. It's a great, hey, we're waiting for people to arrive. Let's throw this on the table for a few minutes.
Yep.
It's not one you can like take to a bar or a
No,
pub and sit
I think
down
it's
and
got too
eat
much-
while you're waiting on food or
Yeah.
whatever.
No.
A little too much table presence.
Definitely
for
not
that.
one you can play on a plane.
No.
Yeah, I think I rated it a 7. So it's not overwhelming, but then again, it's not trying to be overwhelming.
No.
And that's
No, I agree. It is what it is, and I think it's perfect for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would love to see these guys work on something a little bit more in depth. But
Well-
then by the same token,
Yeah.
Mike is like heavily focused on like trick taking.
Yes.
So he does not.
Yes.
I don't know that he necessarily likes
The heavier stuff,
the
right?
Yeah.
real heavy stuff.
And he's a
anyway.
solo player too,
Uh-huh,
so
yeah.
he.
And I believe he's working on
it.
another game. I don't know if it's with Dan or not.
Oh, he did say something about that, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
Dan is also the one. Him and his daughter designed Core Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend people picking this one up. It's a good one. So this is going to do it for episode 100. If you like this episode or any of our content and haven't subscribed to the podcast, please do so by going to iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, give us a rating and a comment. This is how others can find the show. But in the meantime, if you want to follow us on social media just to keep up with us and see what we're doing, follow the links in the show notes. There you'll find links to Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Discord, Blue Sky, and our merch. Or contact us directly at meeplesociety@mail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next one.